Salutations, my delicate beeplings, and welcome back to another... excuse me. Anyways, welcome back to another weird, wacky Bedwars video by yours truly. If you haven't read the title already, this video is going to be me, your local TBEEP, rating my experiences with the first set of Hypixel Bedwars Challenges, chosen by you, the viewers. I would also like to point out to the 2 people who voted for the one video idea I didn't want to do that I hate you with an undying passion. Be sure to stick around till the end of the video because the last game had me laughing far after the video ended. With that out of the way, let's begin. Well, would you look at that, it seems that the first attempt of the first challenge ended up being the winning game. I sure hope the rest of the challenges follow in a similar fashion. The Renegade Challenge basically forbids us from going to the diamond generator to collect diamonds that we would have, in any other game, described with way too many adjectives than needed. It looks like you've all been spared for now. We buy blocks and start making our way towards Red Base for our first rush. Biohazard? More like bye you loser. Ha ha ha. I was punished for that joke shortly after. I rushed back to mid to grab some emeralds, and with those emeralds I bought enough cool, neat, and much wow trinkets to take on this nasty green-skinned broccoli cosplayer. Fortunately, I'm the best Bedwars player there is, so he didn't stand a chance. He didn't stand a chance. First try, baby, I'm just too good. GG, easy comboed. Put my fries in the bag. For interrupting my fight with Green multiple times, I marched straight up to Gray's base and slapped his forehead so hard that his brain switched orientation. We now decide to head to... Oh my god. Alright, we don't have time for this. I downed a bottle of Prime, ate a Lunchly, and plugged my earphones playing Thick of It in before rushing in on Aqua and spitting so many brainrot phrases in his face that he had no choice but to fold like an omelet. Hey, what are you... Sigma. Excuse me? Phantom Tax. What in the world are you... Skibbity Riz in Ohio. All in all, this challenge wasn't that bad, and the premise itself isn't that bad either, but it certainly isn't all that original. I'd give it a B+. On to the next game. The second challenge on the list here is the Warmonger Challenge. You know what that means. Much better. This challenge forbids us from buying any utilities such as golden apples to heal, fireballs to use, and most importantly, pop-up towers to defend myself with. Is it just me, or did you also get a weird sense of deja vu just now? Weird. Anyhow, we buy some yummy nummy blocks and then go over to Red Base, take his bed, and... Psst. Hey. Boo. When I tell you, this had me howling on the other side of the screen. I do an 80 and a 35 all the way to the diamonds and snag myself a juicy sharpened swords upgrade along with prot 1, 2, and 3. I could be shot by a tank and it'd bounce off my chest like a rubber ball. I'm so strong, even my 6-packs have 6-packs. Now, considering what happened to me the last time I played this challenge, I decided that perhaps it'd be better to be on the other side of the crosshair, so I bought myself a bow and a couple of arrows. Anyhow, I pull up to yellow and... I'm sorry, this level of disrespect? Foul. Me personally? I wouldn't take that. He was done dirty. You know what? TB, play the clip again.
Oh my god, bro. Oh, hell no, man.
I go to mid and collected all the 8 emeralds. Yippee! Just in time to see my bed get taken. Aww. From there, it was just a mouse chase. As I would hit him once, he'd run. I'd shoot his rump with an arrow or 2, he'd run. I'd gently massage the back of his neck with an arrow from 2 miles away, he'd run. Finally, after I had him cornered at a base, I charged and clutched up. That's what you call pure skill. Report. Overall, this challenge was a pain to do just because it was a difficult one. But again, not the most creative challenge. And taking away golden apples was very, very annoying. B tier. On to the next challenge. Salutations, post-production TBEEP here. Recently, while I was recording this video, my microphone broke, so I had to get a new one. So, if you're wondering why my voice sounds different, this is probably why. It's because I got a new microphone. Anyhow, moving on to the next challenge. I'm starting to think that 5 is my unlucky number just because this game also took me 5 attempts to complete. This challenge basically just prevents me from using my chests and dropping my goods. What I will say though, this may have been one of the more boring games to date. I mean, just look at this. I slap on the bed defense and I took yellow's bed and just sat there waiting for diamonds. I geared up and started bridging. Oh, what you do next, TBEEP? I bridged to another base to gear up. Oh, what you do next, TBEEP? I went to another base to gear up. Oh, but what you do next, TBEEP? I went back to a base to gear up. You see why it was so boring? And it didn't even matter because... Though I did lose all my OP gear, it didn't even matter because I was able to smack around Gray silly until he wet his diaper and ran away crying to his mommy. This challenge is more just an annoyance than an actual challenge. Like, oh, I lost all my very well earned iron and gold that just spawned normally around every single gen anyway. D tier challenged. Next. Have you ever wondered what it would be like if I played Bedwars without first going to college and getting my well-earned bachelor's in Bedwardic Sciences? Well, me neither. Despite that, that's exactly what this challenge is going to be. Welcome to the minimum wage challenge. This challenge means my base's gen will be giving me material slower than I make Bedwars content. This game is going to treat me like a single mother of 4 in LA. That being said, I need to make sure to use all my resources to their full extent and not waste a single penny. I barraged over to Green, destroyed his bed, and, ironically, then put him to sleep. The first rush went so well I almost forgot I was in crippling debt. Thankfully, the IRS was there to push me off the map and remind me that tax evasion was not an appropriate way of handling my financial issues. I strongly disagree. I skipped along towards White Base to to unalive them next. Now, me, personally, if that happened to me, I'd uninstall the game. I am so serious, absolute foul display of disrespect right there. By now, the game was nearing its end stages. Everyone just gone. I had so many questions. Where did they go? Where did they come from? Cotton Eye Joe? That was so stupid. I Naruto ran all the way from pink to gray, took his, or hers, bed before having my own bed taken, leaving me with nothing except for the huge pile of riches I had. This challenge is a complete joke. 11 diamonds and 3 emeralds plus pots. Oh man, do I love pot. Pot is amazing. I love pot. Amazing stuff. I've only ever dreamed of a world where I had this much money. Dream? Dream world? World? Dream world? Dream world? Dream world? I ran over to Gray's base to spend my well-earned riches when... Not even close. GG's. What was the challenge again? Minimum wage? Light work, C+ tier. The challenge wasn't really original, and again, it was more just of an inconvenience than a challenge. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a photo shoot for Forbes magazine. Next challenge. Hello everybody and welcome to the Assassin Challenge. Basically that means I can't take beds of any other team besides from the specific target the game gives me. Oh boy howdy am I excited for this game. I started by yoinking a few blocks, not making a bed defense this time, and making my way over to Green, who, by the way, is on the other side of the map. It's like Hypixel's out to get me. After collecting 2 of the good kush, I made my way over to the Grinch's problematic uncle, Green Team. I like to imagine that, well, the Grinch stole Christmas, Green Team here ruins it by misgendering at least 2 of her cousins, causing an argument at the dinner table over politics, expressing his masculinity by telling your blue-haired best friend that depression is fake, and then topping all of that off with at least 8 beers before dinner is even close to being prepared. Oh. Anyway, y'all, please, I just want you to watch this. What I did to Green was so foul, I almost felt bad. If you take out of account that my bed got taken, I was on top here. Do I feel terrible that I probably bullied someone who downloaded the game yesterday and joined Bedwars thinking it was survival mode single player, wondering, hey, where did all these other players come from? No. Our next target is Pinkie Pie, my favorite character from my favorite show. Me and my friend Samuel watch My Little Pony all the time at each other's houses. He likes it when I paint his nails pink. Don't kill me, that was a joke. I bought a few scrum-diddly-umptious supplies and made my way over to the base and broke the bed. You idiot. As I made my way back to finish the job after Red stole the bed, hey, that rhymed, we got into a skirmish. And I almost had him, and I would have if it weren't for you meddling kids. I bought a few more things before going to mid to acquire more of the good green stuff. By now, everyone was a final, so first things first, I killed Pink. It wasn't too hard of a challenge if I don't say so myself. Oh, don't mind if I do. Yoink. I then went back to mid to track bro down like I was a bounty hunter. Oh, I get it now. He did not see me coming. I already know that on his side of the screen he was spazzing out, just spamming his attack button in hopes of somehow winning without being prepared. S tier challenge. Original, not too hard, not too easy, forced you to change the way that people normally play the game with rushes and all that. Loved it, magnificent. Moving on to the next game. What can I say? I'm just too good. Either that or I have a bad spending habit. Yikes. The regular shopper challenge basically means tools and armor get reset after death. Literally, that's it. It was just as boring as the selfish challenge. We start off as red, we got a few blocks, and we move on to blue. On our way to blue, we witness possibly the saddest thing I've seen this week. 1 like equal 1 prayer for blue. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. I'm just too good at this. After gracefully falling into the void like that on live television, embarrassing myself to the point where I can't even go outside without a paper bag over my head, I decide I need to get stacked. It's the only way I can redeem myself after such an embarrassment. I buy the usual before heading to mid and, oh no, I see a booger on his way to my bed. Should I A. Void, B. Fireball him into the void, or C. Take his bed? Go on, I'm waiting. Bonus points to whoever gets this right because this was a trick question. The correct answer was D. Miss like a mentally disabled donut and let him take my bed. Gosh ding dang darn it. So what is there to do now? As I was contemplating this, gray bet got, yes, and green decided to cannonball right into the void. Again, yes. And what was I doing? I was being a greedy geezer and oinking up all the emeralds and diamonds because how else am I going to pay off my student loans? Oh yeah, and Aquabet got taken. Yippee! And then he died. Yippee! Aw man, so close. We'll get him next time. I drank Invis and Jump and followed Mr. Grey all throughout mid and caught him here at the diamond gen before snapping him off the bridge and into the void. Overall, this was a D-grade challenge. It was just like the selfish challenge in terms of originality and actual gimmick. It was okay. Moving on. Surprisingly enough, this challenge only took me 3 attempts. If you haven't guessed what this challenge is by the title, then frankly, I think you need to go back to kindergarten. Basically, all the shop items are hidden and randomized, which is just so annoying. Also, while the game itself was interesting, I'll be more so focusing on what happened in the chat because oh my god was it hilarious. Before the game even starts, we have a dainty, quainty little fella saying, "Good luck, have fun, and Jesus loves you." Oh dear. We don't even start the game off in the gen because I need to figure out what is what. A strat that I use for this challenge is that I have no items in my inventory and click on everything in the shop to see what it costs, and then I can determine what it is. For example, something that costs 10 iron could either be a pickaxe, axe, or stone sword. It wastes a lot of time. Remember our friend from before? Well, we've got a devout atheist in this game as well, Mr. Your Mom 376. Jesus ain't go, little bro. I think he meant God, but with a username like his, I don't think his IQ is nearly high enough to know the difference between a 3-letter word and a 2-letter word. White then responds with, "Hallelujah to that." Again, oh dear. And here I am in the corner awkwardly holding a red solo cup because I am on neither Team Christian nor Team Atheist. After some trial and error, I was able to get just enough materials to finally start my first rush towards red base, who had disconnected just a few minutes prior. Whilst I was bridging, the very sensitive conversation was continuing on in the chat, where Pink asks, "Is Jesus gonna save Ooh Gray?" Ooh, spicy. Do you remember Mr. Hallelujah? His bed got taken. Ha! What a loser. This just goes to show that cocky people never... Alright, so we're making our way to diamonds, yeah? And Pink decides to attack yet another person with the whole religion thing. Jesus didn't save ooh aqua lamau. You know, I don't know if it's just me, but this Pink guy is either really insecure with his religious identity, or he's just a total pain in the butt. The white guy switched sides! He believes! Meanwhile, I was having my own trial and tribulation of the worldly life because I realized that the diamond upgrades too were randomized. Annoying. I had a fun game of peekaboo with yellow before dying to the newly pious white guy. Nice try. Oh, he did not just do that. Oh, I know he did not just do that. Now it's personal. I met up with him at green base to even the odds with him. Don't worry though, I'm not toxic in the slightest. GG's. And then Pink comes in to do the dirty work of gloating for me. Jesus didn't save Bayu either, White. Ooh, I personally would not let that slide. Unfortunately, White had no choice but to let it slide since he was dead. Humbled. I'm finally glad the religious talk stopped. What religion are you? Oh dear. Islam, I say loud and proud. He was so scared he wet himself and slipped on it into the void. I wonder what his response. So a bomber. Oh, he did not just do that. Then, get ready for what he says next. He really goes, "Let's see which is better." I mean, what? Ah, yes, because religions is compared via Bedwar. No, in PvP. Ah, yes, sorry, I forgot how important Minecraft PvP was in comparing religion. I must have missed that during my comparative religions course. I sniped him from far away, and it was pretty easy since I've experienced sniping due to my... yeah. I made it to his base, dropped down, and... oh, that was close. He wanted to see which is better. I'll show him which is better. Mahmoud, play the jihad music.
مقدام يطلب ثاره ويرى في الموت بشارة لا يملك غير حجارة
How?
ألف الإذلال وقاما ينسج بالعز فخارة كطريد سئم دجاه ومضى يستجلي نهارا